get in there and with like a little penknife, and they just sort of twist it in the hole and go, this seems to annoy you. I'm going to keep
Here,
twisting
let's make their young daughters piss in urinals. I mean, who comes up with this?
It's just willful sabotage. They're trying to annoy us, and I think it's because they have daddy issues, and we're dads, so let's mess with those guys.
Let me tell you something, Alex. I remember going to Shea Stadium when I was a kid with my dad, and that urinal experience was frightening.
Exactly, I do too.
Wanting to put their daughter now through the same trauma.
I remember going to Dallas Cowboy games at those urinals that are 20 feet long, and all these guys, and like my dad goes, go ahead. Imagine taking your daughter, turn around, honey, we're going to do it. There's all these guys. I'm sorry.
I hear a woman going to the bathroom. I'm still under the belief that bubble gum comes out of it.
Right.
Little cubes of bubble gum. I don't want to know the truth.
Anthony, you just brought back memories of all the times I was horrified at baseball and football games, staring into those old rotten urinals. And of course, all the men were also relieving themselves, farting. I mean, I'm sorry, but it was like a nerve gas room or something.
It was terrible. And now they're like, yeah, let the daughters experience this wonderfulness. No.
Listen, that's the crazy part is that, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. Is it a plan or is it total mental illness? I mean, which one is it?
Look, they're like Islam. The left is insatiable. And you see this with Islam. Someone has a burqa on, they've got the little garbage bag on their head, and then she's getting 20 lashes because we can see her purple socks. They are never satisfied. And the left is the exact same. They say, we need he, she, and it. We need a new gender. And then you check in 8 hours later, and there's 15 genders.
And now 50.
You can't satisfy them.
Facebook made 50.
50? That's insane. How can there be 50?
I don't think Star Trek has 50 genders.
They didn't have 50 alien species.
Right. I think Gavin's absolutely right. They're insatiable. You never see one of these social justice warrior groups that actually finish the job. They have an agenda and they go, well, we got what we were asking for. Let's pack our bags. We're done. No, they find other things to get to. Find other ways to get under your skin and get their agenda across at the cost of society.
Right, because it's all about class. It's all about I'm smarter than you, and I'm telling you what the word is this week. Like with black, it was Negro, and then it was African-American, person of color. And so they have the lower classes constantly flummoxed going, what is it now? Can I say
yeah,
black?
that's our new, we don't learn reading and writing and arithmetic. We learn the new words.
Today.
By the way, I have to apologize. I got something wrong. ABC News reports there's 58 new genders on Facebook.
Oh, sorry. Well, it probably became 58 from when you said it was 50.
Exactly. The next month, it'll be 190. We're going to break here in a moment, gentlemen, and this will be your final segment together, and then Nancy will continue on unless you want to stay, Gavin. I know you're a busy guy. What else is front and center for you guys we're going to cover when we come back?
Well, I think we're ready to announce that we are coming out of the closet. We've fallen in love. It started with some, tickling and stuff, and we just fell head over heels, and we're moving in together, and I'm leaving my wife, and we're starting a new family of just orphans. We're going to own an orphanage in Africa.
Well, hey, wait, that makes sense. Did you hear about The Guardian says there's a lot of folks turning into dogs? You guys can come out of the closet as 2 male dogs that are getting married.
Yeah, we're dogs.
And that you're going to use women's restrooms. Hold on. By the way, I don't want to compete with our own shows. That's what we're doing, and because it's just a war, and I just promote anything that's fighting tyranny. So we have these guys on to promote the great work they're doing. I just hope they have 1 billion viewers a day. And then the same thing, Buckley is doing this deal that I'm going to start doing every week with Reddit. A bunch of Reddit folks want to do it. He's met with the Reddit people. And they'll reach tens of millions of folks where we're going to do these talks for 2 hours once a week. Roger Stone exclusive. He's willing to do 2 hours tonight. That's kind of like Trump's secret brain. 2 hours with him tonight. Buckley's going to be honchoing it 7 to 9 while we have an hour of nightly news produced. So Infowars.com/show. Some of the stuff subscription, like the films and rest of it, if you want to support what we're doing. But whatever. Let me just read this briefly. This is the London Guardian with a straight face. This is not intentional comedy. The men who live as dogs were just the same as any person on the high street. It's easy to laugh at a grown man in a rubber dog suit chewing on a squeaky toy. Maybe too easy, in fact, because to laugh is to dismiss it, denigrate it, ignore it. The fact that many of us have found comfort and joy in pretending to be animals at some point in our lives. And it goes in to say how it's a gay lifestyle or something. Here's the deal, folks. Our government's financing people that just killed 200,000 plus Christians in Syria and rape women to death, some of them 5 years old. The headline, 100 men rape 5-year-old to death. Oh, but no one cares about them. It's all about, he lives off government welfare and is a dog. She poured Drano in her eyes and the state pays for it now. It's beautiful. And if you dismiss it, you're a bigot. We're beautiful and smart because we pour Drano in our eyes. Is this a Clive Barker novel? Gentlemen, we got like 5 minutes to say we're coming back with Kumi to really go crazy. But Gavin, do we just counter their insanity by just saying whatever we want and just, I mean, what do we do to defeat them, Anthony? What do we do?
Well, I think we're doing it. And I think the sensibility of the majority of people that have been quiet for so long and starting to get sick of what they're seeing. You know, who cares? Like you said, who cares about a guy that wants to dress like a dog when there are real problems? And that comes from the UK, where they're being overrun by third world Muslims and losing this amazing history that was the UK. And a guy in a dog suit, like that's the distractions they're trying to throw at us to keep us off base and keep us from realizing that we're in big trouble.
And next, we're going to have to make a place for them to be in the, to be dogs. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
You hear these journalists talk and you go, no one talks like that. Like you're in a bar or you see the comments on a website and you go, I agree with all that. That's how everyone feels. And then you hear the media and you think, no one talks like that. Like 60 Minutes on Sunday, they had a thing called Inside Edge, and it was all about corruption in Wall Street. Every single person in the story, from the prosecutor, the journalist, they were all Indian. But 60 Minutes just plowed through that and didn't even notice it. And you think, what are your journalistic instincts? I don't know why they were all Indian, but the story didn't cover that. There is a major war on Western culture going on in London now. And these losers, some random gay dudes put on a dog mask trying to be interesting, and they're not. There is so much interesting stuff going on, and the free market has handled that. That's why we have compound media. That's why we have InfoWars, because the supply and the demand will inexorably meet.
What do you expect them to do to try to strike back? I mean, I know censor, just get more extreme, more demanding?
Yeah, they're trying. I mean, they are trying, and they've been pretty successful over the course of the last decade. Thankfully, technology has made it possible for the average Joe to get out there and actually be heard by a lot more people these days without having to go through traditional broadcast standards or the typical thing you have to do as an on-air personality. So I think that helps a lot.
Sure, but that's why they want to bring federal control over the web. You think they'll be successful, Anthony?
Well, they'll try. I don't know how successful they're going to be. It's very difficult. You know, one thing we've learned over the course of the years, it's very difficult to silence people. You could try, you could do pretty well, but there's going to be a point where people want to be heard, and they're going to be heard. It's exactly what you've been doing. It's what we're doing here, and it's what a lot of other people are doing. And it's our right as Americans to be able to speak and be heard and listen to opposing viewpoints. And I think that's going to emerge
absolutely
a lot. You're going to see a lot more of this happen.
Well, I want to thank.
That's what American culture is. We left Europe because we couldn't do what we wanted. We built a new country here, and the foundation of this country is do what you want. And to try to strip that away is un-American, and it goes against our own biology.
And notice they're trying to attack us for our greatest true liberal freedom. We said live like you want as long as you don't hurt us. They go, we want to live like this, but you existing hurts us living like this. I mean, it's just incredible. Gavin McInnes, compoundmedia.com. Anytime you want to pop on, I'd love to get you guys on once a month or so. Thanks for your great work, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Thanks, Al.
We're going to come back now and drill into a bunch of news with Anthony Cumia, the head honcho over there at the operation, doing a great job. We're going to talk about the election, Hillary, all the breaking news. I'm actually getting to some news straight ahead. Stay with us. You got a lot of powerful monopoly men, a lot of big combines that are setting up a world government. They know how to use social envy. social warfare, class warfare. And they've taken our tax money and built public schools and colleges that are designed on record to turn people into basket case mental patients. And they've done it. So they could prey on these people, but also use them as big armies of zombie-like drooling trendies to try to enslave everybody else. It really is true. It really is happening. And the establishment worldwide is using the left as their takeover arm. They have compliant people on the right as well. But it's an amazing time to be alive. And the answer is you getting involved and not being scared of these people and just speaking out, because we are the majority of every race, color, and creed around the world. Don't want to live under all this garbage. I mean, in the old Soviet Union, they take your money and make you work as a slave, but at least you went home and were a man. A woman was a woman. You had your kids. They're even taking that away now because they just want us totally alone because they're control freaks. We're going back to Anthony Cumia, founder of Compound Media. Of course, he was one of the hosts of the Opie and Anthony show and a lot of other big programs as well that reached tens of millions of people. But as he got more serious in things, and well, they had to kick the most popular guy off the show. That was on record because he dared criticize Black Lives Matter that's funded by George Soros. Maybe he'll talk about some of that today with us. But listen, they're trying to get me off the air. They've kicked me off stations all over the country. A lot of times they go, yeah, the Beck people say we're going to remove his show if you're not taking off. And I'm like, nobody else does that with Clear Channel shows but Glenn Beck. They go, it's not Clear Channel, it's Glenn Beck. And that's why I don't like him. I mean, it's like, dude, just come on. You like rip off what I cover, that's fine. And then you mix it all together with weird Oprah Winfrey stuff, and then you want me to disappear. It's like you're a body snatcher. You don't want the original there. Just go be yourself, man. But that's what we're getting to. Leanne's going to pop in here in a few minutes. Just briefly, if you want to hear more of this information and want to see us continue and have our reporters go around the country and show the anti-free speech people at the last 2 Trump rallies and cover Bilderberg and cover the RNC and DNC, buy the products. It's stuff you need. High-quality, non-GMO heirloom coffee, heirloom seeds. We've got really good water filtration systems at the lowest price, very high quality, that cut out all the trash, the garbage. Be smart, folks. I mean, you got to detox, and there's so much stuff in that water. 20% off Super Male Vitality that is just concentrated, thick oil of concentrated herbs that just boost libido, energy, stamina. Just try a bottle. It's got almost 5 stars on third-party sites. It's an amazing product. Anthroplex feeds into it as well. We got 20% off on our high-quality Survival Shield Nation 99X2. That's the good halogen. It's the anti-fluoride. It's the opposite of that, but in the same family and blocks it. Check out X2 today. We also have developed for 2 years a vitamin mineral / amino acid fusion fruit punch drink where you don't drink the soda pop. You know, you don't drink all the garbage, the high fructose corn syrup. You drink this. It's totally natural. You get all the vitamins and minerals and things you need at one point, and it really is high quality. If you sign up for auto ship, you get 10% off. And you can also get free shipping on orders of $50 or more at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. And we have the Hillary for Prison shirt. That's our best-selling shirt in history. You see them all over TV, all over the Trump rallies. It's wonderful. You meet like-minded people. It takes a lot of money to fund this operation. I don't have George Soros doing it. We mainly fund it ourselves. I used to do it with sponsorship, but I couldn't expand at that level. So I got in and I'm a free market, guy selling high-quality products at InfoWarsStore.com. I want to thank you all for your support and what you've been doing because we couldn't do it without you. Super Male Vitality is back in stock. And look, maybe you're super conservative and you like particular shows that talk about the New World Order. Or maybe you're more libertarian and like this broadcast. Or maybe you're more of a social liberal but a fiscal conservative. There's different type of broadcasts for everybody. But bottom line, we know the people running this country want to make us poor and break this nation so they can dictate terms to us going into this world government. And that's why now more than ever, I just beat this drum. Support free speech or lose it. Now, Anthony Cumia, I have been kind of ranting today, as I do. I kind of go manic on air. But there's so many other topics that I'm sure you're raising on your show. I know you raise. So I want to ask you now for the next 10 minutes or so before we go to Leanne to join us, what you're talking about on your show today, or why you think so many young people like your show. Because sure, I've seen your demographics. You got people that are 70, 80 years old listening. You got a lot of folks that are 18 to 45 listening. But you also, because I know, have a ton of people, 13 to say 20 listening. That excites me because they now understand the oppression happening in their schools. They understand that it's meant to make them guilty. I'm really proud that a lot of young people are listening too. That really scares the power structure.
Yeah, absolutely.